This build is going to make playing power forward so much more fun on NBA 2K26. What's good, y'all, man? Look, we're here with the build, the best power forward build to have fun on. You know what I'm saying? For comp pro and maybe not. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have fun, you can still win, though. That's my point. I made a fun power forward build, but you can still win and play competitively with. But this is a little bit more of a fun build. You know what I'm saying? But power forward, obviously, put them at power forward just so you don't mess up the icons. Height 6'8". Now, what I realized was at 6'8", you couldn't get 91 still at 6'9". So we have to go 6'8" at least. Power forwards definitely need that 91 steal. By any means, especially this year because the lanes are kind of crazy. If you have steal, if you don't have steal, the lanes suck. But if you have steal, the lanes work, which is how it should be at the end of the day. But they're 239 pounds. We need to be thick. Pause. We need to be thick, y'all. I'm sorry. We need to be thick. Now, wingspan 7'2", we need it. We need the 7'2" wingspan as well. I like having a long wingspan as a power forward. But yeah, that's it for the physical attributes. Or the physical, whatever you want to say, height, weight, whatever. All right, we on to the dunking. So 70 close shot. This just helps make it in case you cut on a guard and you want to go up on a guard. That helps. You know what I'm saying? Now, driving layup. What I will say is I was making this my specialist of dunking. Dunking is going this finishing area is going to be what I specialize in this build. So that means I get 2 cap breakers. Now I'll put one on driving layup and I'll put one on driving dunk. Now I put one on driving layup. Wait, hold on. I put one on driving layup, right? To get, hold on, I'm looking at it right now. Where is it showing at? I put one on driving layup to get bronze physical finisher, which is right here on the right. My bad. I'm reading my phone and it's a lot right now. It's a lot and I'm tired. Now physical finisher silver helps you improve the player's ability to battle through contact and convert contact layups. Now I feel like not on big players it'll work, but if you got a guard guarding you in the corner, bro, free lick. Literally free lick. You be able to lay them up every time. Float game on bronze, you're not really gonna be floating, but hey, just had to add that. Now with the cap breakers you get +1, so you have 90 dunk. There's so many dunk animations you get. I'm gonna say that at the end of this finishing part. But what I want to say is, like I said before, we have our specialist is dunking, right? So I wanted to do a max +2 on posterizer to make that Hoff. So Hoff posterizer with 90 dunk. Trust, man, trust, bro. You're about to be dunking on people crazy. Now look, what I will say is, right, what I put this max +1 on is literally just for fun. Now, I will say what you should put it on, but this is what I would do if I had this build. If I had this build, I'd put in the +1 on Aerial Wizard to make it legend so I can have putbacks and alley-oops. Bro, that is fire. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I think 2K should do is if you have a higher Aerial Wizard, you should get the button square every time. Now, comment down below if you agree with that. That's kind of crazy. I don't know. But all right. For the people that don't know, the icon switches every time you go for a oop. That's why I said that. But all right, so rise up bronze with the 72 standing dunk. This is what you should put your max +1 on for your specialist, to make it silver. But I want to get alley oops. I want to get putbacks, so I'll have more fun with that. Now post control 49. I mean, you know what I mean. We're not posting anybody up. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a Blake Griffin-esque type of build. So there's literally no point of having this post control. Now look, I'm about to list all the dunks real quick. I wanted to list all the dunks. There's so many dunks, bro. Just bear with me. You know what I'm saying? There's so many dunks. Now we didn't even dunk that much in the well, I didn't dunk that much in the build or whatever because the dudes was playing good defense. The AIs was playing good defense on me. This build ain't gonna be ice on. It's just supposed to dunk when it got free reign. But the first dunk is Devin Booker. I love Devin Booker's dunk. It never gets blocked. Never gets blocked. So I love dunks like that. We're gonna talk about the flashy dunks later, but I love dunks like Devin Booker. 75 dunk, 60 vert, and it has to be between 6'5" and 6'9", and this player's 6'8", so that's perfect. Now Vince Carter, this is a fun dunk. This is a dunk for fun. You get a lot of 360 type of dunks, and it's all you need is 86 dunk, 70 vert, 6'5" to 6'9". Now I wouldn't recommend putting it on unless you want to have fun. If you're playing competitively, I wouldn't suggest putting that dunk on because you're probably gonna get blocked a couple times. Your team's gonna get mad at you because you have that dunk on, etc. Now AE with 82 dunk, 62 vert, under 6'10". I am a big fan of AE's dunk, especially after playing with AE on NBA 2K26. Pretty nice. LeBron's dunk, favorite dunk by far. 84 dunk, 40 standing, 60 vert, and had to be 6'5" plus. LeBron's dunk is glitchy as I don't know what, bro. bruh, that's like the perfect flashy but don't get blocked dunk. I'm telling you. Now, the last for the NBA dunks, Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson. Look, I had to correct myself when they violate me in the comments. Amen Thompson, okay? All right. Now you need 83 dunk, 60 standing, 60 vert, and 6'5 to 6'9. Amen Thompson. You know he dunking. You know he dunking that pill, bro. Why not equip his dunk? You know what I'm saying? Now we gonna go to the standard dunks that you can get. You can get two-handed standard dunks. All you need is a 40 standard dunk and be 6'5 plus. That's amazing. That's all you need. Elite basket rim pulls, 70 standard dunk, or I think it's dunk, and then 6'5 plus. Bro, we getting active. We getting active with these dunks. Now we gonna go to the other animations. Quick drops. You know they're elite. You know they're elite, bro. 80 dunk, 60 vert. They're so cheap to get. You know they're elite, bro. Now, Uber Athletic Tomahawks. This is one of those fun dunks again. If you're playing competitively, I suggest not doing it. But they look amazing. That's all I'm saying. Now, Athletic 360s. Another one of those dunks for fun, bro. I'm telling you get a lot of fun dunks with this build, bro. You're going to have fun. If you play rec, bro, I'm telling you, guaranteed to have fun. I'm going to be honest. 90 dunk and 70 vert. All you need. Now, for the contact dunks, you get pro contact dunks off 1. You need 89 dunk and 78 vert, and then pro contact dunks off 2, 87 dunk, 75 vert. Now, after saying all them dunks, how can you not be excited about this build? But let's go to shooting. I'm not even gonna waste no time. I feel like I talked about that for a long time. 63 mid-range, 73 three ball. Now, the badges that you get are set shot bronze and dead-eye bronze. Now, look, we not keeping this right here, right? Because look, we have tier 1 max plus 2, so I'm gonna use the tier 1 max plus 2 on set shot to get set shot gold. Now I'm gonna be a little bit more consistent with the 73 three ball and 63 midi. Now I know a lot of people are not a big fan of the low midi. I will tell you, with this build, if I have a free lane, I'm not taking a midi. I'm dunking the pill. It's either we shooting threes or we dunking the pill, bro. And second, you're a power forward, so you're not gonna really move that fast anyway to get to a mid range. I feel like with a mid range, you gotta be a little faster to get to the mid range. Free throw at 70. We don't know how OP the free throw is going to be, so that's that. Now we also the playmaking. 75 pass act just to get break starter silver, dimer silver, and versatile visionary bronze. Now I only did this just to get break starter silver. That's all you need for real. That's all you need for real. Ball handle 67. You get silver strong handle, which is pretty nice. But what I will say is, you're not gonna get too many animations. I was looking through the animations. You get a couple animations, like I seen some Giannis things, but you're not about to be dribble. You know what I'm saying? This is not the build for you if you're looking to dribble with this jump. You know what I'm saying? I got much more builds for that. Now speed with ball, 68 speed with ball, light and launch bronze. If you try to attempt to score, you know, light and launch bronze will help you out. That's all I'm saying. Light and launch will help you out. Now we're gonna go on to defense. Now I love talking about the defense, bro. Interior 74. Now a lot of people gonna be like, look, you're about to go against 7-4s. Why do you have interior defense 74? What are you doing? Well, look, you put that tier 2 max plus 2 on paint patroller to get Hoff paint patroller. Now look, I don't know if that's gonna be OP. I don't know how much of a difference it's gonna be, but I do know that we're gonna have a presence in the paint, and that's the whole point. But we also get off all pest gold, post lockdown bronze. Now, previous years you didn't have to have post lockdown that high. You know what I'm saying? 82 perimeter. This helps me get challenger silver and a movable enforcer silver. Now, if you don't use it on paint patroller, I suggest using it on challenger because sometimes it's hard to really get contest. I haven't really played too many online games though, so I don't really know how crazy the contests are for real. But that's that. Gold glove and gold interceptor. We're gonna use one of our max plus 1s with tier 1 on interceptor to make a Hall of Fame. Yeah, we need that Hall of Fame interceptor for my power forwards that play pro-am, or if you play rec, you want to be able to get the steals. In this game, you need to have the badges high. You need to have the stats to get any sort of steals, bro, because you can't get any steals if your stats are low in this game. Last year, you could be able to get steals if you had low stats. This year, nada. You're not getting none of that. Block 84. Now look, we already talked about how we was gonna put the paper trail to Hoff, bro. High flying and our silver, man. We are sending stuff, man. I'm not cursing. We're not cursing on this video. I tell YouTube I ain't cursing no more till I play prom again. Look, we are sending stuff, bro. Sending stuff flying. That's all I'm saying. Now, If you look at defense, we are good money. Now, rebounding. Okay, now this is something I would change. You know what I'm saying? This is not the final build. I would get 92 defensive rebound to get gold rebound chaser, right? And I would lower the O board. But yeah, because you could get box out beats higher. That's what I would tell you, to put the defensive rebound at 1092. But since we're here, since we're looking at what we're looking at, 85, you get gold box out beast and silver rebound chase. But like I told y'all, if you could switch it up, if you could put this down until you could get defensive rebound 92, that would be more ideal for this build. That would be way more ideal. But we're going on to the physicals. Speed 79. Now look, a lot of people will say, why are you slow? You slow? Look, I was watching power forwards. I was actually asking my power forward, what speed does his build have? His build had a 79 speed. I looked at the screenshot, 79 speed. So I'm like, you know what? If I can get 79 speed, let me put this on and let me see what stats I can get. Boy, I'm cooking. I'm gonna be honest. I'm cooking with every stat I get, bro. Now, agility 67. You don't need high agility because you're guarding the slip basically. At least in competitively, in a wreck you should be guarding the slip as well. But if you don't guard the slip, I mean, you're in the corner, you don't need high agility anyway. Now strength 82. Hey look, I was actually making a power forward at first without strength, and I realized, dang, you about to be guarding 7-footers. You about to be guarding 7. You know what I'm saying? You gonna need that strength, bro. You gonna need that strength. 82 strength helps you get bronze brick wall, bronze post lockdown, a movable silver, strong hands. Look, we're gonna have to stop somebody. That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna have to stop somebody. That strength is gonna help you stop all them tall centers. I'm not saying it's guaranteed that you'll stop them, but all the time. But it's gonna help you. Now, verse 78, it helps with all the dunks that we listed earlier. Silver helps with silver, high flying and iron. Bronze, rise up. Gold, pogo stick. Actually, let's talk about pogo stick. Pogo stick, if it works this year, this badge is gonna be elite. You're gonna remember that we got this, and we're lit. You know what I'm saying? And posterizer silver as well. But we already used our max +2 with our specialist to make this Joan Hall of Fame. So yeah, this is the build. Now, let's see what this joint is called, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It was been a while, but let's see the comparisons real quick. Hey, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. I forgot about these comparisons, bro. Yo, it's Josh Smith, Chris Webber, AD from the bro. Yo, I'm genuinely getting hyped, because how could you? You know what? I'm not even gonna. Let me see the name first. Let me see the name. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen anybody with this name. Edge enforcing rear runner. I mean, come on, bro. Look at the strength. Stop. You can't tell me I ain't cooked. You can't tell me I ain't cooked. If you saying I ain't cooked, you hating. Consistent threat above the rim, constant presence on offensive rebounds, finishing defensive plays with tough boards, elite rim protector. That's what you're supposed to want to be with this build, man. That's what you want to be. Doesn't have much of a mid-range game. No presence in the low post. Cap. Stop capping me. Stop capping. We playing D. See, look, we don't care about. They hating on the build. They hating. Even 2K hating. The mid-range, we not shooting mid-range. We dunking them. I can't curse. But yeah, look, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Look, all I ask y'all is to like, comment, subscribe, bro. I'm posting every day, bro. Why not support me? Help me help you. You feel what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna speak too more, man. It's late. I need to go to sleep. Spam 101 out. Let's get it.